Right, buddy, welcome back to your latest video. I'm going to be talking about Thomas Tuchel. He has been confirmed that he will be staying at England beyond the summer window and the World Cup. So we're talking about what that means for Manchester United, latest manager talks as well. We'll have a conversation about it. So don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to get straight into the news that's come out. And I want to talk about these criminal Sir Jim Ratcliffe quotes as well, which I'll talk about at the end. But first, Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel has agreed a new contract to stay on as the England manager until 2028, as Jonathan Norcroft and Lawton Times called, so it's obviously called by the Times today. An announcement could come as early as today. Tuchel's current deal was due to expire after the World Cup, and Tuchel is one of the names considered by United, but England boss has agreed to stay on. So, listen, immediately Tuchel, he was the favourite by many fans, probably me myself when I talked about it yesterday. Now, again, he was someone who was heavily on the list. United wanted him before Amarim. And yeah, they obviously wanted him now as one of the options. Now, what I think will happen is I think that leaves De Zerbi. I don't think we'll get Ancelotti or Enrique. I mean, it is a bit of a blow. I think United are probably fuming. It's not been a good kind of 24 hours for them. I mean, losing out on Thomas Tuchel with him expected to stay at the World Cup is a problem, and it is quite frustrating because I think he is probably the best manager, um, or the manager that Manchester United definitely wanted the most. Now, again, that does cause problems for Manchester United, but again, I'm not frustrated about it. I think it was kind of expected. It wasn't a guarantee that we were going to get him anyway. But that has kind of eliminated that option now. So Manchester United will not be getting Thomas Tuchel. He has agreed to stay at England beyond the World Cup. So, yeah, who that manager is, obviously we talked about De Zerbi yesterday. And yeah, we talked about De Zerbi. There's been links to Carrick, obviously, who we know is already at the club, and he could potentially take that job on a permanent basis. So, listen, there are options out there for Manchester United, but that's all I'm going to say. Thomas Tuchel looks like, or is basically confirmed that he will be signing a new deal, so that rules him out of the move to Manchester United. What does that mean for United? Obviously, we have to go out and get someone else. I mean, there are a lot of candidates. The process is still going on. It's going to take a lot of time. So we will have to wait and see what happens. But that is what is being reported right now. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this whole Sir Jim Ratcliffe stuff. This guy just does not get what it is. But I'm going to talk about some of the quotes because I think they are criminal quotes in itself. But what the 58 have said in response to it. But ultimately, like, this guy just doesn't get it, does he? He's a clown. He doesn't get what it's to be a Manchester United owner. He linked immigration to him making poor decisions about sacking a manager. Like, talking about not reading the room and not getting this football club. Like, Sir Jim Radcliffe, yes, it's just he's put a bit of money into the club, and yes, he's been responsible for bringing some decent signings. But ultimately, has he took this club in a better place? I wouldn't say so. Some of the decisions that they've been made have been criminal, and this is what he said. He said UK has been colonised by immigrants. Um, and these sort of things. He said the population of immigrants is basically increasing. And I think you look at some of the players in this team who potentially may be immigrants, like, what does that mean for players? Like, it just don't make any sense. And he said this about Manchester United. I've been very unpopular at Manchester United because we made lots of changes for the better, in my view. I think we're beginning to see some of the evidence in the football club that's beginning to pay off. Now, this guy, man, I don't know what else to say about him. Like, there has to be some sort of movement to um get them out because they have just been a hindrance to the club, whether that's keeping on Ten Hag after winning the cup and then sacking him 3 months later, whether that's the point of Ruben Amorim sacking him 14 months into the project, whether that's the numerous redundancies that they've made or reducing money to academy sort of charities and stuff like that. Like, they have just been a problem for this football club. And listen, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the forefront of that. He is the leader of Ineos, and yeah, I mean, it's it just don't make any sense. And this is a guy who lives in Monaco, so we can avoid tax. Like, this guy just don't get it. It is really, really frustrating, as many Manchester United fans are experiencing right now. But it just don't make any sense. And this is what Andy Burnham said. He is the mayor of Greater Manchester. He said these comments that Sir Jim Ratcliffe have made go against everything for which Manchester has traditionally stood. A place where people of all races, faiths, and none have pulled together to build our city and institution, including Manchester United FC. Calling for curbs and levels of immigration is one thing, portraying those who come here as hostile, invading forces is quite another. It's inaccurate, insulting, inflammatory, and should be withdrawn. Footballers who have arrived from all over the world to play in Greater Manchester have enhanced the life of our city region, and have many of the people working in the Greater Manchester NHS and other essential services and industries. We appreciate their contribution as a city region famous for warmth and our welcome. if any criticism is needed, it should be directed towards those who have had little contribution to our life here, and this has spent years sipping in broth out of one of our proudest institutions. So that's the mayor there, who has worked with um, Manchester United before on Sir Jim Radcliffe. So listen, that's all I'm going to say. Going back to the manager thing to conclude, I think with Tuchel going, I think that does now increase the kind of likelihood. It's just the road just leading down to Carrick, in my opinion. I think Carrick has done a very good job so far on Manchester United, and he has got us playing some good football. Again, though, no decision will be made until the end of the summer. But Tuchel now, I think it's a good thing that this happened early. Is that he's eliminated out of the process straight away, and United can focus in and bring in another managers, whether that is a Nagelsmann, a De Zerbi, potentially a Luis Enrique. But we know that Tuchel, who was definitely he was the main candidate, will not be coming to Manchester United. But listen, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe as well. What do you think of the manager situation? I think it's certainly going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of rumours about the managers, as there always is about United and the best of times. And I think whether that is De Zerbi, I don't want him. My ideal choice now would probably be Enrique. I know that does seem very unlikely, but I think as in the guy who wants to play the best football, got European pedigree. Obviously, doesn't have league experience in the Premier League, but again, has got a ton of experience. He's won a treble with. Did he win a treble with PSG or did he win a quadruple? I don't know, but he definitely won a treble with Barcelona. He's won PSG their first Champions League, and the way in which they play is total dominant football. And yeah, he's a very decent manager. Obviously, Ancelotti, someone who's not been at Brazil too long, but he has a wealth of experience, managed in the Premier League before as well with Everton. He's someone who gets it, he's got top level experience and is a good manager. Then you have managers like Iraola, who again's at Bournemouth. They've not been doing great this season, but he's got Premier experience. So it'd be interesting to see who's been shortlisted as a Manchester United managers at the moment. I think what I could probably not guarantee, but what can I kind of suggest and think what's going on behind closed doors at Manchester United. I would say Tuchel was the favourite. I think Carrick's obviously got a place in there. I think Enrique, there'd be talks about there. Don't be surprised though about if a Southgate comes out or Iraola or something like that. But yeah, listen, let me know your thoughts in the comments. That has been your latest Manchester United news. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.